So I was on the YouTube. I sometimes I like to do the educational thing, but every now and then
Educational thing.
I try to watch educational stuff.
Ooh,
But
boy.
every now and then I hit some videos on there. I'm like, ooh, and then you get an idea, right?
I be
So-
falling asleep on them educational videos sometimes. Unless I'm trying to learn something about a certain thing that I'm like interested in. Like I've been watching a lot of woodworking because I want to do some blind man woodworking because I seen this blind guy doing woodworking and dude, he's awesome. But I ain't no good at most
Blind
stuff.
man woodworking.
I seen it, dude.
Sounds
He's
pretty
good.
cool.
Anyway,
So this podcast popped up, right? It's two guys and a girl. And then they were watching a video on the story of Adam and Eve. You have Adam and Eve and
in the garden.
In the garden of paradise, they have everything they could ever want.
Eden.
Right?
Yeah.
And Adam's like, yes, look, we have everything we could ever ask for.
Yep.
But Eve eats the apple. And the story, it's in a context of wanting more, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she wants more. She eats the apple.
Yep.
And that was at the end of the story.
Yeah.
So the guys were laughing. The woman's over there like just sitting there. Then the guys,
she's upset probably.
And the guys are laughing, and she goes, "I don't get it. I was waiting for more." And the guy's like, "That's the whole story. That's what it was about."
Damn, she set herself up for that one.
Set herself right up for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking, we keep talking about this balance, being grounded.
Yeah,
with women. Let's talk about that. Exposing the strength and vulnerability and shattering the silence around men's mental health. We're two guys creating a space where men can talk, support, and uplift one another. In a world that often misunderstands us, we're here to break the stigma. Join the conversation, empower yourself, and let's redefine what it means to be a man. This is the Untamed Truth Podcast. Tune in, speak out, and let's grow together.
So being grounded in itself, I think, personally, for me, being grounded starts with you. If you're not grounded, you can't be grounded in a relationship. Much like my outlook on love. I don't believe I don't believe that if you can't love yourself, you can't love someone else fully. I'm not saying you can't love someone else. I'm saying fully love, like the whole everything, all of. I don't think you can give that to someone else unless you love yourself. Much like being grounded. And I'm not saying everybody's grounded all the time, because we're not. Let's be honest. I be going off on the dumbest little shit all the time. But being grounded to me, and you can tell me what you think about this, to me, being grounded means knowing what I want, knowing where I'm headed or trying to be headed. Sometimes shit changes for you and you can't be headed to where you wanted to be headed because you can't drive no more. See, look, not grounded there. But, in a whole, being grounded is just like being authentically yourself and knowing what you want.
Okay. Well, I agree that in a relationship you need to be grounded. I also agree with you about the loving yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You have to love yourself, or you can't give love. Grounded. It depends on what you think grounded is.
Exactly.
I mean, it can be different for everybody, but
are we talking emotionally grounded? Are we talking about?
I mean, it's
spiritually grounded. Like
it's
what?
Kind of like all. Like so.
It's kind of all encompassing, like you're saying.
So like, if you're a dreamer, you kind of live out in the clouds, right?
Yeah, I'm aware.
So I like to be a dreamer and,
still stay grounded. It's so hard.
It's so hard. But like, I do like to dream and think big and go for that, right?
But you got to be able to rein yourself in.
But so being grounded to me is put my feet back on the ground, doing what I need to do, maybe to go after
that dream.
those dreams. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like a reset. It like brings you back down to earth where you need to be to get stuff done.
Yeah, like having those dreams.
And then also like, so let's say you have problems, right? Like problems arise, like being grounded and being able to take care of those problems. That's how I see grounded.
Okay.
Like if you're not grounded, you're not going to be able to take care of those problems.
I absolutely agree.
Right.
Yeah. And,
So like some of this we're going to agree on,
and some of it we're not going to agree on.
and some of it we aren't.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes into relationships.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Because my opinions on that are totally different than yours.
Yep. But I've also come from a 20-year failed marriage and multiple failed relationships prior, and a couple failed and fixed relationships in recent years.
Yeah. Well, I've had several relationships.
Yep.
I've had not so good ones.
I think we've all had those.
Some that are really not so good. I've had my
horror stories.
no, I've had a couple.
Oh, I know a couple of your horror stories, boy. Damn.
I've had my, what do you call them? I guess you call it like lust relationships.
Yeah, just when you're young, it's just about sex. Mostly.
I mean, you think it's love, but then you really then after and you look back and you're like, man, I was just lusting.
Post nut clarity is a real thing.
And then
it is, dude.
I've also had a couple really good relationships that
regrets.
I mean, they were really good. The problem is we didn't have the same vision.
Yeah. So your goal set was different.
Yeah, the vision of what we wanted was totally different. Now, me today, if I went back now,
it'd be a different story.
Our goals might be closer to the same, but like back then, they were totally different.
Well, there's no denying that men are far less mature than women. Let's just be honest, dude. I'm 41 years old, and I'm still a 14-year-old boy. Fart jokes, penis jokes, drawing penises on everything. I be doing that still at 41.
I don't know if it's a mature thing, because I've met a lot of women my age that are
less mature than you.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Most of the females I know are far more mature than me when it comes to most.
I mean,
there's
a couple that were pretty mature, but like I don't know.
We also run in completely different groups.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of my guy friends are just like me. They are just dumb, and we all love fart jokes. Like I will sit on my couch and listen to those Ring camera fart things, dude. It's great.
Yeah, see, I don't do any of that.
I do. It's funny as hell.
Because I'm like, you wouldn't look at me and be like, oh, that's a nerdy guy. No, but I'm seriously.
Yeah, I know. You're definitely a giant geek. It is what it is. Like, don't get me wrong. I like my shit. I like my nerd shit. But you are. Yeah. Yep. You're definitely a nerd. It's okay.
So yeah, like so in a relationship. So how do I want to put this? Because you say, tell us your side of the relationship, so then I can.
What do you want me to tell you about? Like, what we differ on as far as opinions?
No, so like, tell us about your being grounded in a relationship.
So I mean, I'm traditional when it comes to most things. When it comes to like relationship stuff, like I feel like as a man, I'm supposed to provide a certain skill set to my person. I'm not into that. What is that shit called? Poly? Yeah, no, my person. Okay, not persons. Fuck that. But so financial stability, safety, being able to be available and open for someone to actually talk to and actually having my ears and my heart open to receive what they're saying, like good communication skills. That's something that I value in myself because I talk to a lot of people about a lot of shit, and I have a lot of friends who have a lot of problems like all the rest of us. And I'm always open to talk to people. You know this. Everybody knows that, it's the most broken of us who have come from the darkest places to be able to get to where they can actually talk about their shit. So being able to be open and honest in a relationship about, just your feelings and being able to talk and listen is a big deal for me, as, it's one of the non-traditional things that I never was taught growing up. You know what I'm saying? So for me in a relationship, that's something I think that few men do that need to do more. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
So all of those things are the things that I think a man traditionally should bring to a relationship.
Okay, so
And
I
keeps
agree.
the female grounded while keeping himself grounded.
I agree with everything, except for the emotional part should be a little bit.
A little bit.
I don't think you should.
You're talking about trauma dumping? I don't think you should trauma dump on your partner. Like that's what your therapist is for, or your circle of friends. I'm not talking about trauma dump. I'm talking about being able to be open and honest about your emotions and shit with your person. Because if you're not
to an extent,
no. See, that's where we're going to differ.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
I'm allowing you to go on, but I'm just saying up to this point, I agree with everything except for the emotional part.
So now what I'm going to ask you is what do you consider to be your line in the sand for being able to talk to your person about emotional shit?
Emotional.
And now I'm not talking about emotional things that are things outside of your relationship. I'm talking about emotional things amongst the two of you. Right. That's what I'm talking about being open and honest about, is having the conversations that surround your relationship as far as emotions go. You gonna throw up on me, dog?
No, I had a
burp. You had to hold it back? Dude, I can't do it. Every time I try to hold a burp back, I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Oh, yeah.
I just go like this and like just throw a burp over here.
No, so like I think you should be open and show some of your emotions.
Who hurt you, bro?
To an extent, because if you do too much, it's a emotional overload.
Okay, that's trauma dumping. I'm not talking about trauma dumping.
I'm not talking about just trauma dumping. I'm talking about if you're putting too much emotion, she gets overloaded. So like
I need an example of what.
So like your partner becomes your sole outlet for your problems.
No, that's not
what I'm saying.
Which can
overwhelm them and strain the relationship.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely. Then we're on the same page, because that's what your therapist and your homies are for.
Right.
I'm talking about emotional things within the relationship. You don't have to. Everything does not need to go through your partner as far as everything in your life. So I agree.
So I'm just saying, like, you show some emotion, but you're gonna stay reserved on. So like let's say you're scared. Are you gonna go to your woman and say, "Hey, I'm scared"?
About some things, yes.
No, that's where I'm no.
Really?
If I'm scared about something, I'm gonna go. Hey,
Wow.
Go to my boys. We're gonna talk this out. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna fix it.
Scared about what? Does it affect your partner in any way? You being scared about something?
I mean, it could be. It could be anything. Changing jobs. I mean, it could be.
Okay. Well, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
it could be fighting a bear. I mean, you got the whole
stupid.
I mean, you got
we
the
had
whole
that
thing.
conversation, bro.
But like, you're not gonna show them, like, especially if you're fighting a bear, you ain't gonna show those emotions. You're not gonna put that on her.
I think something, man. I don't. I'm not saying trauma dump, because I don't think that's healthy for anybody.
So what I'm saying is, like, there's that line that you don't show this. You
So
know what I'm saying?
what
You stay more reserved on that
what
stuff.
it sounds like to me is you're afraid of being vulnerable with your partner.
No, you can be vulnerable.
Yeah, but not if you're scared. If you're scared, you're not supposed to show. Are you supposed to hold back that emotion from your partner?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, because women want you to be the guy that'll solve problems.
But they know you're scared as shit, man. They're not stupid.
Well, I mean, she might know, but get this. So, in a lot of relationships, if once you start showing stuff like that, she starts losing attraction.
Relationships aren't just about attraction, bro. That's just a part of it.
I'm not talking about physical.
I'm talking about all of it.
Yeah, she's got to be attracted.
100%. But
if she starts losing attraction, she starts losing the love, all that, then gone.
yeah, somebody definitely hurt you, bub. 100%.
No, I'm just saying that's how
I know
it
what
works.
you're saying, but somebody definitely hurt you.
That's just how it works.
There's a whole lot that comes with this, and the reason why I'm all in when I'm in, and you know what I'm talking about, is because at the end of the day, I know no matter what, I'm gonna be all right. Whether somebody accepts my scared shit, or you just smelt what I ripped out of my ass a minute ago, like that's something somebody got to be able to handle. You know what I'm saying? They're going to find out eventually all of these things. Being in a failed long-term relationship, all of those things have been on the plate. Everything. So I don't care to show that shit, because at the end of the day, I'm fine with or without the person that I'm you know what I'm saying? That's my whole thing. If I can't be 100% authentically who I am, even when I'm scared with somebody, then I don't want to be with them. And if I hold back because I'm afraid that they're going to lose attraction or they're going to fall out of love with me because I'm this certain way, then I'm doing myself a disservice by pretending that I can't be fully who I am with my person.
I'm not talking about pretending to be nothing.
Well, you're holding back. I don't hold back. I can't. I don't know how.
I mean, I don't hold back either, but I mean, it's...
You're just saying you would.
No, I just don't show that part.
That's holding back, bub. You're just saying it a different way.
It's not holding back. This is me.
Yes, it is.
That's
is fine. Me. We're all different. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it.
If there's anything like that, take it to my guys.
Look,
hey.
I'm 100% with you whenever it comes to like a long, drawn out conversation about shit. Like, that's too much. Like, sometimes you don't need to have that big, long conversation. But if you're, for instance, you brought up changing jobs. If you're scared about changing jobs, that's definitely going to be a conversation you have with your person. I'm kind of uneasy about changing jobs because I don't know what the future holds. If your person doesn't go, I get it, then they haven't done anything. Then they've never took a leap of faith and moved from one thing to another. So they're going to understand. And if they lose attraction for you based off of that, then you're with the wrong kind of person. And you probably don't need them anyway.
But what I'm saying is that's what happens.
I get
all
it.
the time.
The statistics prove you're right.
Like, I mean, soon as you start showing, hey, like a woman wants, whether she says it or not, she wants someone that's going to be able to take the challenges, do the challenges, and not show that they're scared.
100%.
She's more attracted to that.
Okay.
Than she is if you show your emotions that you're actually scared or anything like that. And I've had a few relationships. There's a couple.
Oh, we got to talk about something else off air.
As soon as I hit like a down spot.
Yeah.
And I showed any emotion about it, gone.
That's shitty people.
Well, I'm just saying it. That's how it is. I mean, it's.
Look, man, I don't. Then I'm not made for this world, because that's just the ebb and flow of life itself is a constant up and down and up and down and up and down. It's always something. They're always, you got your high highs, your low lows, and most of the time we're riding in the middle where it's just waving. So if I can't share that with my partner, no matter what the fuck it is, then I don't want them as my partner.
I mean, that's just nature.
I guess, but I don't get. Then I'd be, if that's all that's out there now, I'd just stay single for the rest of my life. I'm out. If you can't be completely open and honest and vulnerable with somebody, then I don't fucking.
But what I'm saying is that's just a natural instinct in us.
I mean, get it.
That's just how.
It's also a natural.
biological.
It's also a natural instinct for men to want to sow their seed with multiple partners over and over and all over. That's what we biologically. That's what we're supposed to do, right? So then, by nature, monogamy does not work, right?
I mean, look at the divorce statistics.
That's
what I'm saying.
I'm not disagreeing with you, brother. I'm just saying, like,
I mean, in a religious standpoint, then it does.
Religion has nothing to do with biology, though. Biologically, a man is meant to sow his seed.
Yes, but like
that's nature.
But we have put our own rules on some things.
It's ethics.
You know what I'm saying?
Ethically,
So, so like I always say, go to your guys, right?
Agreed, man. Like you got to have a tight circle of close people.
I say that. So like, because friends can call out the baggage of relationship dynamics.
How many times have you called me on my bullshit with shit,
I
dude?
called you all the time, but you don't listen.
No, I listen, but I also have to put myself into it.
They're less likely to take your venting personally. So like, and that's like another thing. I don't vent.
You don't even vent. Like it takes a lot for you to vent to your homies.
I don't just vent to my person. And for one, that's putting stuff on her that I don't think should be put on her. Right? Like
then then
like if I'm gonna vent, I'm gonna vent to my homies.
This is my question to you then. Something that I don't understand with
What's
then
that?
What is your person for? Just for sex?
No.
Then what is your person for?
To
I don't
grow
understand.
with.
Okay, that's part of growth, man. I'm literally, I'm not being mean. I just don't understand the dynamic that you are looking for.
Not if I'm not venting to her.
Okay, about what though? Like, there's a lot of different things you're gonna have to vent.
Anything I want to vent about.
It's crazy to me, bub. It's just crazy to me. Like you have to vent some. I'm not saying, like I said, not trauma dumping, but like.
And plus, it diversifies who you lean on, prevents overloading one person.
No, I get that.
Which can strain a partnership.
You're right.
So, like, I take a lot of my problems and anything else like that to my friends, and if I'm actually having problems that I think I actually need help with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I vent to you, I vent to a couple of my other friends. We go on about life, right? There's no problems. Depending on what you're venting to her about.
Yes, depending.
It's always depending, but
there's always everything's circumstantial. I mean, fuck.
But depending on what you're venting about can create huge problems in your relationship.
I mean, if you have a addiction and that's something that your person has, I probably can't say that. We're gonna have to bleep that.
Yeah.
Damn it. See, I forget YouTube's and their stupid rules. If you have a corn addiction, and you need to vent to somebody, I wouldn't say go to your partner because you talking about causing a divide. I would, look, I'm not a big fan of corn, and you guys know that from the.
So I did have one, right?
What?
I had a couple corn DVDs.
Yeah.
I'd had them since I was 18 because when I turned,
and they were just in a drawer somewhere.
When I turned 18, yeah. I went and bought.
I think everybody did.
I went and bought
Do you remember Girls Gone Wild? When I turned 18, me and my buddies saved up, like we put in together and got it. Remember.
But like
stupid.
I bought like maybe 4 when I turned 18. I went and bought 4 of them. I had 2, and
threw the other 2
and
away.
they were in like one of my DVD
cases.
in, in the very
God.
back, right?
No, you didn't
She
save
found
those.
them.
It went off.
She broke them.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. If it's something from when you're 18, yeah.
And
But
I was
did
like,
she tell
what-
you
I was
about
like,
it, or she tell
Yeah,
you about breaking
yeah,
them, or
and
she just broke them? Okay.
She's like, here. It's like, what are you doing?
Oh, why'd you get mad about that?
Because I bought them when I was 18. It's
Who
just
gives
an
a
18
shit?
Thing. I wanted to keep them.
That's a respect thing.
I wanted to keep them.
Doesn't matter. It's a respect.
It
thing.
don't matter if I'm watching them or not.
Yeah, it does.
Like, you don't go in.
I don't want that shit in my house.
If we're just dating, don't break my shit.
That's okay.
See what I'm saying?
Valid. Don't break my shit, but come to me and let's have a conversation about it. You know what I'm saying?
if it bothers you that much, we'll pack them up, and I'll put them up on top shelf. I'm not watching them.
Yeah.
I just kept them
I get
because
what
I was
you're saying.
18.
And it's like, dude, I don't even know. One of the friend groups probably still has.
So
Like,
it's like this. So when you were a kid, you got into your dad's magazines.
no, I didn't have magazines.
Well, I mean,
but yes,
like a lot of kids.
my uncle
they
did,
Like,
and we definitely got into those
you
70
get into
Bush
those
ones.
magazines.
Yeah, for sure.
So I was thinking, I got DVDs. My kid ever gets into the DVDs because it's a different time.
It was.
You know what I'm saying?
Now we
So-
don't even like.
so like you can't get into magazines because I don't have magazines.
yeah. DVD, you gotta have a
But-
DVD player.
But if you
TV.
found a DVD, like who watches DVDs now though? You know what I'm
Nobody.
saying?
Nobody really- that's what I was
But-
gonna say. Nobody watches DVDs.
But I was just wanting to keep them because
Yeah.
that's what I bought when I turned 18. It was just
yeah, that's kind of dumb on your part though. Like, who cares? It's just prawn. You know, nobody cares. It's all free on the internet now. That's people use their phones for.
But I kept a couple other things. Like when I turned 21, the first drink I had, I kept the receipt.
Where'd you have your first drink at?
It was actually Hooters.
No way.
Yeah.
You know, I've been to Hooters one time and I
Been
was
to
not
Hooters.
impressed.
Really?
Not impressed. The food was subpar.
So get this,
Oh no, here we go.
because my uncle took me out on my 21st birthday.
Yeah.
We went to Hooters. They come by and they ask what we want. Can you believe I'm 21? I ordered a pop, no ice.
By the time I was
And-
21,
And my uncle looks at me. He's like, "You're not gonna get a alcoholic beverage?" And I go, "Oh crap!"
because you didn't even realize.
Yeah, it didn't even register.
For me, by the time I was 21, I was already an alcoholic. So it didn't like getting a drink at a bar didn't matter. I was drinking in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? But we did go to a few places for my 21st birthday. They were not
Yeah.
just bars. They were
But like,
naked lady
but
bars.
to me, that was a milestone in my life that I just wanted to keep.
Yeah, I
Right.
get it.
But anyway, back to the friend thing. But like, see, I wouldn't go to her about that. Like, I wouldn't go to my friends. But I mean, it kind of depends on what it is.
I mean, if she found
You know
them,
what
she
I'm
should have came to you and just been like, "Hey, what's up with this?" And then you
Yeah.
could have explained it. It would have been it would have been "Hey, I forgot those were in there. They've been in there for so long." But still, and like you said, if it was something that she had a problem with you having, then we'll stow them away somewhere. I would have thrown them away, but that's just that's how I am. I don't want that shit around.
Yeah,
me.
but I still think I got the box, but I got a box of like certain parts of my life before,
Yeah.
like certain things like you change,
memory box,
and then I keep something from that time.
yeah, I get it. I got that somewhere.
I
don't know where the hell it went.
I mean, it's not a very big box. It's like just every now and then I'll throw something
like
in
a
there.
shoebox.
I'll throw something in there because
Like I got concert tickets and like concert
that
bracelets.
that
and shit
moment
like
meant
that.
something to
Yeah,
me. You
for
know
sure.
what I'm saying?
I get it. I think what we have a differentiation in between the two of us is the fact that we don't you see opening up to your partner as a dependency, right? Like being dependent. And I was there at one point.
Well, I mean, it depends on how much you're putting onto your partner.
Exactly. And
'Cause,
what you're putting on
So
your
what
partner.
I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is you do. There is a back and forth between between the two of you. It's not like totally no back and forth.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it's up to a point, and then at that point, that's when you're going to your guy friends.
Yeah.
But the dependency, where you might lose personal resilience or the ability to self-regulate emotions, leaning too heavily on them for
Today, Junior. Stability.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I'm talking about. I did that at
Right.
one point,
Yeah.
and then, at the time I was pushing something that was never going to work.
Right.
And I knew that, and everybody that knew the situation knew that too, because they knew that I could never get past what had happened. And
Right.
that's fine. But I had to show, I had two boys that I had to show that you can make mistakes and people will forgive you for your mistakes. Does that make sense to you? Because some people it doesn't.
I understand that, but at the same time,
What was I sacrificing to give them that?
well, it's not only that. So what you also teach them when you do that is that now
That's acceptable.
I have to go through this pain and take it, whether I like it or not, because I want to forgive this person, even though they don't care.
Yeah, and that's what I was showing them in the end.
And that's what ended up happening, instead of
Yeah.
showing them that, hey, you can forgive somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was the whole downfall of it, is you can't have one person putting in 90% and the other person putting in 10.
Right.
And it has to be 100% from both sides whenever a problem like that arises. But I mean, you got to think, dude, 19 years, I had really, not unknowingly to myself, I had really become dependent on that person, like for almost everything when it came to that. I mean, I've had to relearn everything about life.
And see, like on that, like the relationship side, this is where I say you have to be dependent people.
Independent people?
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, you said dependent.
Oh, I meant independent.
We be
man.
doing this all the time. You catch me, I catch you. We just catch each other. It's bad.
No, like you have to be your own self.
100%.
They have to be their own selves.
Yep. And you have to have a differentiation between the two.
And the way that I see a relationship in my mind is you're coming together to bring yourselves, separate selves,
yeah,
together
to make a better each other.
But you're not.
Changing.
You're still separate people.
Yeah, 100%. You have to keep your individuality
Because it's like this. So like it's not just. So it's not.
Holy shit! I
So-
thought that was bad.
Gosh, I'm gonna have to edit that out.
Yes, that was loud as fuck.
Watch this. Well, I'll probably listen to it and it probably won't even be in there.
Probably
And
not.
they'll be like, "What are they laughing at?" I'll be like,
That'd be great.
Here in a minute,
Ooh.
so you're the independent selves,
Yeah.
lifting each other up. That's
Yeah.
how I want how
So that
how a
you
relationship
can
should
help
be,
each
right?
other grow, right? Oh man,
and you
that grew.
got you got to be all off subject.
That
with other things.
grew, bro. Wow. Now for a commercial break. Oh my goodness, bro. Now, a word from our sponsors. Okay. Oh
And-
man.
So if anyone wants to be a sponsor, anything that will kill fart odor,
Depends, maybe. Whew, man. I hope that stays in. Oh, dude.
Wow.
That is where's the hard boiled eggs at?
like you need boiled eggs.
No, it smells like a platter's on the table.
Gosh.
That was bad. You know it's bad when we spent 2 minutes sitting here like,
Yeah,
Our eyes
it's pretty
watering.
bad.
oh. I really hope it picked up on the mic so you can cut it and pull it and save this for Oh, I don't even remember what the fuck we were talking about.
We were talking about being independent.
Independent, yes, independent people.
But like, I forgot where I was going with it.
Yeah, my
Just
mind
goodness.
went blank and almost went. Ugh. See if that helps a little bit. Shoo wee, Papa. That's rough.
But you got to be independent people throughout the relationship.
Yeah, and like you said, building each other up, and
Right.
growing together.
So like you're gonna do stuff together. You're gonna build a life together.
Yeah, but you got to have your separate things you do, right? That's what you mean by staying an independent person, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then like it even works. It works. It doesn't work the other way either. Like if she is dependent on you
Yes,
completely,
and then has
it
no
doesn't
friends.
work. Like I
no
mean,
things she does.
I've had one like that, and like I just felt like she's so clingy. And every minute she wants to know what you're doing. She don't want you to go out with your friends because you got to entertain her.
I'm clingy to an extent,
And it's like I don't want to sit here and be your entertainment.
yeah, like entertain yourself, dog.
So
Find something to do.
yes, we're gonna entertain each other
Yeah, when we're doing something together.
at times, but like not your full entertainment. Like
Like I think some girls just need hobbies.
because also at that same point, eventually, you're gonna become boring to her, and she's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
So
That's why hobbies are a thing. And no, I don't mean doing drugs or banging the rest of the neighborhood. That's not a hobby. That's whorism. But that's why for me, I've always been super into making sure that if my person is wanting to do something, I will do everything in my person to facilitate you doing those things because I'm gonna do me.
mm-hmm.
And I used to get made fun of.
I don't do that anymore.
What? You're not in you haven't been in a long-term relationship for a while though. When you find a good girl, a good woman who does those things for you, you will in turn do those things for her. I promise.
So like it's like this. So if she's doing it for me, I'll do it for her.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Right.
It's got to be both sides.
But like if I won't do because I used to do this. I used to be all about her and getting her what she wanted when she stuff that she wants. No, I don't do all that anymore.
Well, I'm not saying all the time, but I'm saying like I'll be mindful of her hobbies for Christmas.
You get what
and
I'm saying,
birthdays.
though, right?
Yes. You're not going to go all out and be like, oh, well, I've got you all of this stuff so you can start your hobby or do your hobby. Yes, I get what you're saying.
No, it's like I'll help her out. I'll do this. I'm not going to go overboard because when you go overboard, I mean it.
You go overboard in anticipation that you're going to get what you would give if somebody went overboard for you, and you don't get that reciprocation that you expect. So
yeah, that'll create
tension.
Tension there. Plus, at the same time, if you are all the time giving, she feels like she's on
a pedestal.
Yeah, she's on a pedestal,
and she is.
And then she feels like she's better than you, and she can do better than you.
Yep. And I think that was another downfall to my marriage.
Yeah, like
because for a fact you've been around.
Yeah.
You know that everybody in our group always put her on a pedestal for everything, her cooking, her whatever. But for a long time there was a reason for that, and then until there wasn't.
Yeah.
But I just don't. I feel like most of the time when shit's good. I feel like
So here's the problem. Like I don't feel like you know.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm. Like so, the problem is with us males, we are pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Like, I don't need to be coy about anything.
Like, if you ask us a question and we answer,
that's the answer.
That's what we meant.
There's no backwards ass, sideways, something else involved with it. Yeah.
So, like, you ask a woman the same,
she's going to beat around that bush until the bush falls out of the fucking ground.
So, you don't know.
You never know.
Because you're going to take her at what she says.
Mm-hmm. And then whenever you don't understand, you're like, what? Why are you mad? What the what? I don't I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't. And it's
What?
like,
Watch the F word, man.
what F word? Frank?
You start using that.
Yeah, I should. What the Frank, man? Anyway, yes, I get it. But I don't understand why it's like that. Why? And
That's because men and women's brains are wired different.
100%.
So like they did a study.
Oh no.
Yeah, check this out.
This is gonna be bad.
So they did a study. They put men in a room for 30 minutes
Okay.
and they measured brain waves,
Oh no.
right?
There was none.
so they measured the brain wave.
Oh, this is bad.
So they said it's very little
yep.
because men are thinking about sports,
Sex.
sex, and
Their job.
I forget what the third one was.
Money.
I don't
Probably
think
money.
I don't think it was a job, but it was like something like
Fart jokes? That'd be mine.
something dumb. Something dumb, of course.
Yeah.
So they did the same thing with women,
They couldn't even measure the room.
and like their brain activity was a lot more,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because they're thinking about
7 different things at once.
past conversations. They're going over past conversations.
How the fuck do they do
They're-
it? Frank, do they do it?
They're thinking about like all kinds of different stuff, like they were going over like the different stuff they were. And I was like, what? Why?
Who even thinks about that?
Like,
So this is one that really blew my mind. I didn't know. So me and you, if we get like let's say we're gonna jump on 7 Days to Die tonight.
right?
What are we thinking about while we're on 7 Days to Die? What are we thinking about while we're playing that game?
What we're gonna go get? I mean,
What we're doing on the game. They cannot do that. Females cannot do that. They'll be if we're playing a game, we're thinking about okay, let's go knock out this POI, and get whatever. Let's see what we get. Let's see if we can level up, whatever. And that's all we're thinking about. Like everything else is turned off.
yeah, everything else gone.
No, they'll be thinking about what do I need to do with this POI? Do you remember what Laura said last month? Oh my God, I can't believe her husband's cheating on her. And that's in their head going on. Can you believe that? Oh man, I got to make sure that I get Bobby Joe a birthday present next week. Like all that shit's going on inside their head at the same time. I would go insane, dude.
And that's what that study showed.
Yeah.
So like our brains are totally different.
100%. Wired different. They bleed for 7 days out of the month and don't die.
So-
Like that's a feat. Can't do it.
So dependency is a bad thing.
Yeah, 100. I get it. I get what you're saying, but I
So-
do think there is an amount of dependency that is proper for a relationship.
Well, I mean,
Yeah. No, we're on the same page with shit. It's just that
Yeah.
our issues are we have the same thoughts. It's coincident. It's not coincidental. Circumstantial. Our thoughts are on the same wavelength, but it's circumstantial. Our circumstances are different, which is fine.
then you got a skewed perspective. I cannot talk.
Yeah, you've been on one today, dog.
Partners being emotionally invested may not always offer objective advice, potentially reinforcing biases, and missing alternative solutions.
And what
So-
this is talking about 100% is like if you're fighting with your partner or if you're fighting with let's say you're fighting with your mom and you go to your partner, she finna take your side and not your mama's 100% every time.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, most of the time.
I don't know. Most of my girlfriends have always sided with my mom.
Hey,
And my mom. So I always tell them before. I've only had a couple meet my mom, right?
a couple?
Yeah, because I don't take many to meet my mom. Like unless they might be a candidate,
Yeah.
they don't meet mom.
It reminds me of a Hobson song. You know who Hobson is?
No.
I'll let you listen to it.
But unless she's a candidate, I don't take them to see mom.
So they've met your mom and they like your mom better than they like you.
I've had many exes that still talk to my mom.
No.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Hell no.
They love my mom.
I'd tell my mom and be like, Mom, look, no, that's not cool, dog.
And And the thing is, I tell them before they meet, I'm like, she's mean. She
Yeah.
is mean.
And they change. They're like, oh my God, she's so sweet.
I know. And I'm
She's
like,
so sweet.
I'm like, you don't know her.
I'm like, yeah, wait till you piss her off and then you go find out.
But skewed perspectives. I mean, that'll go both ways,
100%.
you know. And like, so like women, you ever notice a woman when she comes to you with problems and she's talking about her problems?
Yep.
Okay. So there's two outcomes of this to her going on about her problems, right? One, she already knows what she wants to do.
Yep. She always does.
Right.
It's not if she knows what she wants to do.
No, there's two different scenarios. So she knows what she wants to do, but she's going to talk to you for an hour about it.
Which is fine. It's fine.
To talk herself into doing
What she already
wants to do.
Yeah.
Two, she has no want of fixing the problem. She just wants to talk about it.
God. What? No. Why?
So then,
That's stupid. That's franken stupid.
but as a male, we see a problem.
We fix it.
We want to fix it.
Yeah. Let's fix it right now.
So it's very hard for us to talk about problems with each other because we're on two different wavelengths, right?
Mhm.
That's why I always say go.
And some shit can't be fixed, dude.
And then that's why I say I go to my friends because they're an outside perspective. And they're going to tell me straight up like, "Hey,"
That's stupid.
or we're going to sit down and we're going to figure something out. We're going to try we're going to get this fixed.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm with you on that. See, we're same page. We're on the same page with that too. But yeah, we did a podcast on listening. You got to be willing to listen, even though you have to acknowledge what we just talked about.
Well, I mean,
She already knows what she wants to do. She's just trying to get you to get on board with her.
One, you have to know that.
Yes, and if you don't, then you're going like,
Because most of us don't know.
Yeah.
So like most of us think when she comes to us with a problem,
she wants us to fix it.
she wants us to fix this.
I've had to learn that the hard way.
So
a few
then
times.
we're sitting here trying to fix this.
Sometimes they just need to vent.
And that ain't what she wanted
No.
or needed.
She just needed a vent, and that's fine. That's what we have to be willing and open to listen to.
So
the
a lot.
vent.
So there are some that will actually ask their partner, "Do you want me to fix this, or are you just wanting to talk about it?"
That's probably a good idea to do. As long as your partner, your woman, because we're talking male versus female here. As long as your woman is receptive to that, and she's not going to be like, what do you mean? Do I want you to fix it?
Well, I mean, like they've come up with this because you keep getting in fights because he's wanting to fix it and
She just wants to talk.
she just wants to talk.
Yeah, she just needs
So
to vent.
like, okay, so just tell me,
Before we get into this,
like, are you
is this a
are
fixable
you
problem?
Want me, or you want
Yeah.
me to fix it, or
We
you
just
want me
talking.
just to
Yeah.
you just want to talk and me listen? So that's actually a good way to, go
Yeah.
about that.
And it goes back to communication. Like that's something you need to be like, hey, look, here's what we're gonna do from now on so that we can get to a point where I'm understanding what you're doing and you're understanding what I'm doing so that I'm not throwing my shit on top of your shit when you already have the outcome in your head and you just want to vent. That's fine, but we need to come to an even field here so that I know where we're at.
And then it's also like this. So like, I was doing the doom scroll, and there's one where this woman's gonna go and change her tires or
What? Why is she changing her tire? Where's her man at? She don't got one?
no, she wanted to do it. She wanted to do it,
Okay.
and he goes, "Do you want me to help?"
Ooh, this is a problem for me. I always want
And
to
she
help.
goes, "I got it."
Okay.
So when she says that, you got to go, "Okay,"
Yep. And just step back and watch, make sure
and
she doesn't cut her leg off.
Just
or
let her
something.
go.
Well, I have
And
a
then-
problem with trying
and
to
then-
help.
Then
everything.
he walks out. Then he goes, "Are you all right? Do you need anything?" That's it, right?
Yep.
And she's like, "I can't figure out how to get this on there." And he's like, "Well, that's a 5 lug, and you're trying to put it on a forelock.
Count it.
And she's like, but it'll fit. And he goes, it don't work like that.
It's a puzzle
It
piece,
doesn't
babe.
fit. And she's like, it'll go on here. And he's like,
Okay.
okay.
And then he walks away again.
So like you gotta pick your battles.
Yeah.
You gotta know how to pick your battles. You gotta understand to let her do things that she wants to do
Let her fail.
without
Or
stepping
let her
boundaries.
succeed. I'm not saying they all fail. I'm saying let her fail, like with the tire thing. Let her fail and let her sit there and fight it and then be like, okay, now let's get the proper spare tire and put on your car. Not one you found in the garage that's from a Honda from 1963. Okay, let's.
But I mean, it's just stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Wildness, man. All right, what's the next one, bub?
So like relationship imbalance. Consistently lean on them to create a dynamic where one partner feels like a caretaker, eroding mutual respect or equality.
That one's hard. Because
So-
I feel like you should both be each other's caretakers at times. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been
when
sick.
you're sick?
Yeah. Like, so.
Well, I mean that
they
to
talking
me-
about an
that to me-
overabundance of
that to me is
caretaker.
different.
Yeah, I agree. That's where I'm saying
So
like that
that's a different-
confuses me.
Because when I get sick,
I ain't got nothing in me, dog.
I can be a little kid.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, my mama.
I,
Bring me chicken noodle soup, mama.
I just
And my mama be bringing me chicken noodle soup from Panera.
I just want you to lay there and let me put my head right.
And let me fall asleep and cough
Blah.
on you and hack and blow my nose for me. Wipe my boogies, please.
And you just sit there. I'll just nuzzle.
There's some other things I'd want in the middle, but I ain't gonna talk about it.
You know.
Yeah, come on now. All right, yeah.
So, but this is talking about like an everyday thing. It's kind of like you remember when we talked about the motherly thing.
Yes. Oh,
the relationship motherly thing.
Yeah, that's
So that's where this goes
exactly
to.
what it's talking
So
about.
like
too.
if if you're putting too much on her, and you're just kind of checking out.
Yeah. That makes perfect sense going back to the motherly thing.
When you're saying ground, if you're saying ground her grounding you, I also think about like you're getting to this point.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
An overly amount of it, yes. 100%. And I have a hard time, and I've had in the past, I've had a hard time with this, like not giving. My problem was not wanting to give too much. You know what I'm saying? Because I always thought that there's all of that I needed. So I was always super reserved about like even letting them give me a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So because I didn't want it to go too much. Does that make sense?
It's a give and take, right?
Yeah. So
It's always a give and take.
Yeah, I have to be open to be able to, try to balance that shit out. Neglected friendships. This is a big one for you. Like you talk about this shit constantly. This is one that has 100% affected every dude that is on this planet who is friends with people who get married.
Over reliance on a partner can isolate you from friends who offer diverse perspectives and support, weakening your broader social network, which this happens
all the time, abundantly.
Like in my just my little circle, it's happened like 90% of the time.
Yeah, and that's it's very unhealthy.
And like there'll be like months I go without talking to somebody because they're just wrapped up in the relationship. And it's like, man, like what?
Can you get out of your house? Are you chained in the basement by your person?
I'm like, let's go do something. Okay,
man, I got the kids tonight or
I got
whatever.
that. And I'm like, dude, I've been asking you for like 3 months. Let's go do something.
Well, it almost felt like that whenever when we tried to get the birthday fishing trip, bro.
Well, that was
rain though.
That was weather.
That's what it was feeling like. I was like, is Mother Nature trying to tell us we can't go do shit? Like, what is up with this lady?
Yeah, but like a lot of men talk about the friendship thing, and I'm like, a lot of y'all get in a relationship and just cut all your guy friends out.
Yeah, and then when shit goes wrong, they're like, "Hey, man."
I ain't got nobody.
Yeah, well,
And
you did it.
I like for over a year, you ain't talked to me. I mean, like, what do you want?
I got a friend like that too.
But at the same time, I got friends. I ain't talked to them forever. They call me up. We just be like, nothing
up?
ever happened. You
Yeah.
know?
Because I mean, I get life gets you busy and shit, but like you still got to take time for yourself, man. People don't understand how much or how valuable it is to have your mental health. And part of your mental health is hanging with your homies and
So like
having that freeing conversation with somebody that you know. If they judge you, they're going to call you some derogatory term. They're going to say something. Yeah, I know. See, now you rubbed off on me, asshole. But they're going to say like you know the words that we use with our homies.
Yeah.
Like anyway,
I mean, we're gonna take jabs at each other.
yeah, all the time. You roast the ones you love the most. So, but you're not going to take offense to that because you know that's your homies.
If I'm not taking a jab at you, I don't like you.
100%.
You know what I'm
If
saying?
I'm quiet around you and I don't like talk to you or make fun of you,
So
I don't like you.
like I enjoy camping, which I hardly ever get to do it. We just a lot of it's like nature hikes or something, right?
Yeah, I wish I could hike more. I can't see it
But,
to hike.
But you know, just like if you get your homies together and you go out fishing, go out in nature, camping, it's like a total reset, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
Like it just resets you, and then you're like,
It's like, dude,
something clicks.
or you have moments like the fishing trip, bro.
Mm-hmm.
There was some dumb shit that happened. But dude, that's stuff neither one of us will ever forget. Blind ass Chad hitting that tree stump, dude. We will never forget.
No.
Oh, and you're like, this is why I'm supposed to be driving. And I'm like, huh? I'm just driving along like nothing happened. Those are memories that we'll be telling for years.
Yeah.
You make those memories and it takes you back to a time where you're like, dude, Chad is an idiot.
But this is why I talk about it so much, because
it's very important.
It happens so much.
Mm-hmm. It does. It happens a lot. I've got a friend right now
And
that we didn't even get to hang out with him for his birthday. We called
Yeah.
and never even answered. Never called back, never even heard from dude. And we're like, all right, cool. We know that now he's talking to another girl. And when I don't know if he's embarrassed by us because we're a bunch of idiots, but like, dude, if you end up with this person and you bring them around, they're going to find out how stupid we are. I promise.
well, it's like this, and so in relationships, there's different stages, in my opinion. There's the
Honeymoon stage?
There's the girlfriend.
Mhm.
Well, the honeymoon stage, that goes for like
All of it.
2 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Right. That's kind of like all the way up to what I'm saying is from the beginning to 2 to 5. Like it'll peter out between 2 to 5. Right.
Yeah.
That honeymoon, and then things change, and then you're like, I don't know what happened. Well, the honeymoon phase is over because you used to have all the newness.
Yeah.
Now
the
it's
news wore
not as
off.
new.
Yeah.
So
That's why you got to keep it spicy.
But like, so you start off, you have the girlfriend. Then you have the girlfriend meets the friends,
Bum, bum, bum.
right? Then the girlfriend hangs out with you and friends,
Yeah, that can become awkward for some people.
right?
We be putting them through the ringer too.
Well, and what I do is, if my friends have their persons, we all go out as a group, kind of thing. Because it's weird if you just bring in your girl and just a bunch of you guys doing guy stuff, and it's just her.
Not if they're a nerd too, and you're playing Magic. Bom, 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 bom.
That's a little different. But but what I'm saying is, we're out doing guy stuff, and
Yeah.
it's just her. It's a little awkward. So I always try to get the
Bring your lady.
Yeah.
So my lady has a lady to be
bring your lady.
overthinking with.
And then that's the next step, right? Because they're meeting the ladies.
Yeah. And then you're going to find out whether they congeal or not.
Is she gonna fit in? That kind of thing. And then there's the if you make it past all that, and you're still good, and we're still good, you might meet mama.
See, my mama's in with the friends though. So when she meet the friends, she meet the mama because mama's always around. You know what I'm saying?
So that's just the different stages. Like because once you meet mama, your perspective, and mama was going to tell me straight up.
Mm-hmm. Mama's gonna be like, I don't like it.
You know what's funny? She's only like 2.
Yeah,
Yeah, and one of them I never dated.
just a friend.
Yeah.
Damn, I like her. Too bad I don't like her.
No, I liked her. We just never dated.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then we got let's move to the next one.
Conflict amplification.
If the relationship hits a rough patch, you lose your primary support system, making it harder to cope.
And I lived this.
Yes, you did.
I lived this whenever, because and it wasn't that I didn't have friends, because I did. I had, and for a fact that all of us were always hanging out. There was always something going on at Chad's house. It was never a shortage of the homies hanging out with their person and with my person. And dude, when all that shit went down, like I literally thought I lost everything because I'd put so much into that relationship, that I thought, and I was completely wrong, but I thought that she was the only support system I had, which was a huge falsity.
Right. And that's why I always go back. That's why I was so, like, I've done that. Right.
Yeah.
I've went through it. And I'm like, that's why I harp so much on friends now.
Yeah, because you'd rather have that as a support system than...
Because it's like this, man. No matter what happens in a relationship, because you can't expect a relationship. You go into it wanting it to last, right?
We do.
Like, you don't go into it saying it's going to break up. But statistics are against you in it, right?
Yep.
So no matter what happens in your relationship, there's one thing that stays around. If you nurture the relationships, it's your friends.
It's like everybody always talks about, well, the grass is greener on the other side. Well, once you get over there, it's not as green. And if you would have just stuck over here and watered your damn grass, it would have flourished.
That's why I'm so big on, trying to keep my friendships going and all that. Because no matter what happens in life,
you got your homies.
I got my friends,
For sure. Especially if you've got a good group of people. And we've talked about this, in excess on other podcasts. So look that one up if you want more information on friendships.
And also, like, in a lot of this, like, doing the grounded thing, I go back to the saying, you don't ask a fish how to fish.
You don't ask a fish how to catch a fish.
Right?
Yeah.
So the way I look at it is, I'm not gonna go to her with problems and stuff. I'm gonna go to my homies because they're gonna help me figure it out.
Well, I think a good partner can be that too, but I'm
not saying you can't discuss certain things.
100%.
I mean, a lot of it's
circumstantial,
situation based, right?
100%. And that, but like you were saying, putting too much on somebody and having the problem is like you really need a biased source, which sucks because you can't really get a biased source in your friend group whenever it comes to if you and that person are friends with the same friend group. It's hard to get a biased, But if you find people that love you as much as they love her, then it's,
Well, I'll tell you this. So, like, I don't know about the women talking stuff about, but there's stuff that says that they're a little biased.
Yeah.
Because they work more on emotion.
Yeah.
I do know if I go to my guy friends and I'm talking to them about anything, they're gonna be straight up.
And blurt. I'm a blurter.
And like I tell you straight up, like this is what I think, this is what I see. Whether
You do what you want. That's his favorite line. You do what you want, but this is what I would do. And I'm like, I'm glad I'm not you, bro. You'd have done burnt every bridge in the country. Well, I think this was, in the beginning of this podcast, I told you, I said, we're not going to see eye to eye on this. And it turns out that the only differences we have with this is circumstantial shit, which is fine. Like, we're on the same page. I was like, we ain't going to get along on this one, bub. And he was like, really? I was like, no. He was like, yeah, you're probably right. And then we got to talking about it, and come to find out, all I was talking about was shit that's circumstantial. So,
right. So,
yeah.
So, like, when you say grounded, I want a woman to ground. I don't want a woman to ground me.
And for me, I'm talking about my personality too, because I be going off the left field.
Like, I'm just let me go.
No,
let me do.
Sometimes I gotta be pulled back in, brother.
Just let me do.
Sometimes I gotta be pulled back in.
Like if it gets where I need to be pulled in, my friends pull me back.
No, your friends ain't. My friends can't pull me back. They know better than to even try. They're gonna be like, oh, here goes Chad. He's chadding.
So we talked about divorce, right?
No, that sounds like a episode for another episode.
You want to talk about that on another one?
Yeah, because we're an hour and 5 minutes in, so we're gonna have to get a wrap.
So we're gonna do another relationship video then.
I mean, I guess we've done a bunch, so it don't hurt my feelings none. And I know about divorce, even though I thought I was like, I'm a statistic. I never got divorced. That's shitty to say it the way I was about to say it, so I'm not going to. But I never got divorced.
If you would, like, share, comment, tell us what you think. You can comment on that.
No.
That little bit right there.
Please don't.
Yeah, comment and let's see what he says
You
back.
don't want to hear what I have to say.
Thanks for tuning in.